here to bring you a quick wedding planning tip for you today, all about family photos on your wedding day. As you guys know, if you've read my blog, you've watched my videos, or maybe you're a client of mine, you know that I'm a huge advocate of budgeting a lot of time for photos on your wedding day. I feel that that's so important because once the food has been eaten, the flowers have died, and your scrapbook of all of your extra paper goods have been stored away in your bookshelf, and you're probably not going to look at it that often. The photos are what it's going to be reminding you of your wedding day. It's what you're going to have left over. It's going to be perhaps displayed on your wall. You're going to have online galleries for friends and family to look at. And I just think that they're just the one memento you're going to have from your wedding day that's going to be the most important to you after the fact. So I am a huge fan of budgeting as much time as possible for photos on your wedding day. I'm always in my timelines trying to figure out, okay, is this a good time for photos? Can I squeeze in some photo time here? What about here? Just kind of like wherever I can to make sure that my clients have as much time as possible to capture those amazing moments together. So this video might actually come as a surprise to some of you because when it comes to family photos, I always recommend to my clients to not go crazy and to not go overboard. And by family photos, I mean the traditional posed photos, group photos where you're just kind of sitting stiff and smiling. And they're what I call the mantle pictures, the fireplace pictures that grandma or maybe your aunt might want to display on their mantle. So this is what I mean by family photos, those posed traditional ones. And I'm not saying that you should not budget time for these. These are obviously very important, especially if you have a very important grandmother or an aunt. You want those pictures as keepsakes from your wedding day. I definitely always recommend budgeting at least a half an hour for these if you have a smaller family, maybe up to 45 minutes if you have a larger family. And these photos usually take place right after the ceremony at the altar in the church, or maybe select like a nice location outside of the church or at the venue. But it seems like this season in particular, I've had a lot of clients just ask me to offer up suggestions and advice on how much time to budget, what are my opinions on this, and I've had a lot of clients actually budget way too much time for this, and they were so insistent on having like an hour just for photo time for family members, and after they came up to me at the reception and they were like, I wish that I had joined cocktail hour for that portion or dedicated that time to just, my new husband or wife is photo time together, and it just seems to be like one of those things that they regret later on. Now, I'd like to just once again stress that I'm not saying that you should not budget time for important family photos together. What I am suggesting is that you just, before the wedding, really take your time and think about which photos you want to do after the ceremony. Maybe immediate family members only, parents, siblings, maybe you have an aunt or an uncle that are really close to you, and then grandparents. All extended family photos can be done during the reception, and I kind of prefer doing it this way as well, and I'm finding that my clients are preferring to do it this way just because they get to get off to their cocktail hour early, or they get to start photos with their wedding party and themselves a little bit earlier, meaning that they'll get to their reception a little bit earlier, and it just kind of helps to facilitate the flow of the day. So usually what I recommend is doing most of your extended family photos during the reception. And another reason I really like this as well is because during the reception, people are a little bit more relaxed. People have been drinking, they may be smiling a little bit more, they're a little bit more comfortable in front of the camera, and sometimes you get better pictures that way. Just kind of all huddle up together, maybe you have drinks in your hands or whatever you want to do, and just snap those pictures, and they usually turn out just a little bit more energetic and memorable at your reception as opposed to the traditional posed, very stoic looking pictures right after the ceremony. So that is my advice to you and my suggestion to you as well. Like I said in the past, I've had so many clients come up to me and say, I had so many different variations of pictures. I wish that I had really cut back on that. For example, some of my clients will do like bride with just grandparents, then groom with just grandparents, then bride and groom with grandparents for each side. And that gets to be very time consuming. And then you're wasting a lot of time to go party at your cocktail hour or take those pictures together, which honestly, those are the pictures you're really going to want to display on your wall and look at in your album. And honestly, I find that brides and grooms, those are the pictures that they really want to have fun with and get creative, and that usually needs more time. So the more time you dedicate to the pictures that you take together, the better they turn out to be. So that's my recommendation for you. If you want a more detailed response to this topic, please check out my blog entry on this. I will link it below for you. It's blog.gethitchedweddings.com. Also, if you want regular updates, I'm always posting on Facebook. I would love for you to join me there. So that's it. I hope that you guys found this useful. Like I said, just a quick wedding planning tip for you. And if you have any suggestions for future videos, please leave them as a comment below or email me, YouTube inbox me, whatever is more comfortable and easier for you. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this, and I will talk to you soon. Bye!